Communities want it to start from their point because they fear that it may not end. Abonma says starting from the Abonma end. Bakana says starting from Bakana end. Buguma says starting from Buguma end. Krakarama says no, start from Krakarama, Minama end. So these are the intra problems.
My name is Chief David Briggs, PhD. Presently, I'm the chairman of the Senior Secondary School Board in Rivers State. Before now, I have been a member of the Rivers State Executive Council as the Honorable Commissioner for Water Resources and also as Honorable Commissioner for Works in the state. Hitherto, I was the first elected chairman of the Akute Local Government Council. All my life, I've been dedicated more to public administration. At present, like I said, I'm manning the Senior Secondary School Board, where I believe, and the watchword has been that there must be an exemplary character of ethics and learning, where we must have to assist every child to discover his or her potential. So we believe that every child has a potential, and all that is needed is just to push it for discovery.
Okay. What are your concerns towards the future of our youth, especially the Kalabaris?
No, I must tell you, if I don't say that I'm afraid, it will be an understatement. The popular excitement of those of us who are growing old and the elderly and our fathers in general is the emergence of very worthy and successful successors. But I fear that, speaking for the Kalabari area, for instance, if you go to Kola, for instance, you find out that our sons and daughters are not going to school anymore. Go to Abonima, you find out they are not going to school anymore. Talk about Idama, the school is almost just an examination center. Abe said the school is not existing. Bile is almost not existing. Go to Minama, it's very appalling. The Kalabaris before now are leaders in the educational sector of the state, but today I can't say we are disadvantaged, we are just not there. Our sons and daughters have taken to fast means of making money. They have seen that they believe that money making is very digital rather than being gradual, and so they get themselves indulged in a very fast means, illegal concrete, cultism and all that. Very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. But I believe there's an hope if we start reorienting our mind.
Thank you so much. I want to ask you a question based on what you said. As the chairman of Rivers State School Board, what effort have you made to making sure all these disadvantages isn't been something that continues to worry the nation?
I'll tell you, it's not a disadvantage. It is self-inflicted injury. When you say it's a disadvantage, it's different. This is a self-inflicted injury and living in falsehood. And so the best we can do, like I said, is reorientation of our mind and our perception. I have granted approval to follow through organizations to go through the schools, not just the Kalabari Revenue School, in other areas of the state, to give what I call motivational and public talk. We have ensured that teachers are regular to discharge their services and also discharge their duty as entailed in their letter of employment. But are the students ready? The answer is no. So basically, we need to reorientate our mind and our perception.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, we want to talk about the recent killings during the presidential election. Based on research, sir, I stand to be corrected if we are wrong. We noticed that the killings, it wasn't due to political violence. Do you agree to this? And if so?
No, the politics is like the immediate cause. Most of the crises have remote causes, and to properly understand them, you must have to reflect to the remote causes that give back to the immediate right. The political becomes the fertile ground. The political disagreement becomes a fertile ground on which the remote disagreements were hashed. But that of Rivers State, I must tell you, it is a foolish thing that happened. It's very egoistic. Rather than getting yourself involved in political campaigns, you find yourself based, enshrined in militarization, gun battle, verbal threats, and manifestation of those verbal threats or transformation of those verbal threats to reality. I cannot say it's not political. That's political. Political provides a fertile ground, but there has been remote causes. All the disagreements that those of them who are today more resident in Abuja, like my friend Amici, is Right Honorable Kibuga Amici. He cannot run away from this. But I am not surprised that he will behave in that manner because he survives only where there is crisis. Amici does not survive anywhere there is peace.
Come to that question, but okay, the next question is now that His Excellency Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike has been re-elected, what plans do your party have for the Kalabari, especially in educational and vocational skills? I think you've answered this question, but I want you to throw more light on this particular.
Well, the government already has started. You see, that is the best thing that any governor will do. And that's what I will do. He has started re-evaluating his performance personally. That's a good start. Where did I get it wrong? Where did I not do well? What causes my poor performance? What can I do even where I have done well? What can I do to get it, make it greater, better, more efficient, and more effective? You hear him talk about merging ministries and parastatals and all that. I believe that the infrastructure does not inform people. I believe that infrastructure does not impact knowledge. It's persons. So human capital development will be one of the area of concern, I believe, in this second term of the government. It has to be human capital, because human capital is development is holistic. It's not sectoral. You cannot say you have developed man when you only develop the transport sector. So everything that makes for a human investment on the people has to be pursued to its possible capacity and ability.
Okay, that's a very good one. We must give a good applause for that. But still on that question, I saw something online that the River State government is not cared about the welfare of students. I don't know if you really have to say, or if you come across something like that. Especially the people.
It depends on the yardstick used. It will not be right to say so. It depends on the yardstick used. I would say so. It has to do with the perception you look at the particular thing. Things has more than one side. Like a coin, it doesn't have one side. Social behavior does not have one side. But I can categorically say that is not true. The governor already has said now that this present, the incoming government will be 60-40. 60 to youth, 40 to elders. So what is he talking about? He's telling you encouragement. He's telling you participation. He's telling you involvement. He's telling you recognition. He's telling you remembrance. He's telling you transfer of power. A man who does not care about youth will not think in that direction. What the person will do is suppression, repression, disencouragement. So it is not correct.
Okay. The next one says, what have your party done for the family of those who lost their lives and properties on the presidential?
I think I'm the most not qualified to answer that kind of thing. The party chairman is there. He is in a better position. I can't speak for the party without the approval of the party. But I know that the governor set up a special committee headed by Her Excellency the Deputy Governor of Rivers State to steer that committee. So I believe that something positive and good will definitely come out of it.
Thank you so much. Okay, do you have any personal ongoing project for the Kalabari? Do you intend to do anything before the first 100 days?
Personal, I'm not the governor, but I know that projects are ongoing. There are projects that are ongoing.
Sorry, sir. We're talking about you being a stakeholder of the Kalabari, one of the stakeholders.
I have always done that. Personally, what we do basically is I believe in human development. And so there's no WAEC here that I don't pay WAEC for Kalabari students and daughter, up to 500 students. I have a lot of them now as I speak. We go to Leisure Mali Polytechnic, I have about 4-5 I'm training. Go to Kens, they are bad 3 I'm training. Go to University of Port Harcourt, who are not mine. So I do that. I believe more in human capital development. And I've always used the offices I occupy to see that innovations are brought in. So you go to the NGS, you see what has happened in the NGS. I'm here, the community secondary school. The community secondary school in Soku was taken over by the state government. The community secondary school Lele Sagama was taken over by the state government. KNC has received one of the finest ICT center, and we are now working on KCC to see. But the problem there is the fact that there has been constant vandalization of investments, government investment in that school by unknown persons. But I believe that no unknown persons can come and destroy a property in a house without an internal collaboration.
Okay, so we really don't want that to happen. So is there any committee set up to?
No, I have spoken at a meeting with the chiefs, the paramount heads and chief of that Oxford House to discuss that, and I believe that they are having a conversation.
Okay, just the last comment is the Kalabaris have always right for one trans-Kalabari. We really want you to talk about it.
What you don't understand is that I started that project. It's my brainchild. I can claim it. I committed the then governor, to approve it at Abalama. Then I was commissioner for works. They will set up a small committee, handed it over to me and the West, who designed it. But politics came into it, both internal and external and internal. External is the willingness of the state government then came back on the project, because Amechi was opposed to it from day one when once it was accepted. I know it, I have said it in several areas. And incidentally and unfortunately, he became the governor after Pidodele, because the project was conceived during Pidodele's era. So that's the external factor. About the same time, we also started the Unity Road, which the Ogoni, Opopo, Andoni Road was also conceived and designed by, at the time I was commissioner for works. Now, theirs has moved faster because they do not have the intra problem we have. We have both external and intra. The intra problem is that communities want it to start from their point because they fear that it may not end. Abunma says study from the Abunma end. Bakana says study from Bakana end. Buguma says study from Buguma end. Krakrama says no, start from Krakrama, Minama end. So these are the intra problems.
Yes, I am still aware about this, but we've really done a very big research concerning this, and people are also crying. If the government really want to do something, they had a plan. They know where to start.
You don't seem to understand. I have been in and out, but I believe that it will be done. That is my conclusion. It will definitely be done. The roads that we are taking to Abonima, Buguma, that is the Nemowa, Degema, Abonima, Buguma Road. I started it as the supervisory councillor for works in Old Degema. In fact, then Colonel Abbey, as he was called then, who retired as a general, was the governor of Rivers State. When the state government handed over that project to the federal government, IBB took it over. I represented the entire Kalabari local government to hand over that job to the state government, and the state government handed over to the federal government by the MOA junction. I also fortunately be the one to commission that with the president of the provincial government as the commissioner for work. I believe very well that no matter how long it takes, the trans-Kalabari road will definitely come into reality. The fact that car must drive from Port Harcourt to the Kalabari land was conceived for a very long time. In fact, companies like China and all that was brought in to do the initial survey. Those fathers who thought of it, some were not alive to see it. I believe that it will be done. I believe that we, the Kalabari people, has come to realize that our intra-pro fight is not helping us, and there's the need for us to mend fences and move forward.